Hey there and welcome back to Sims Sunday. My name is Pete and in this series we try to complete The Sims 3. And we begin today's episode with Chastity. After waking up, she can grab the logic skill book and improve the logic skill a bit, and then we can spend a few lifetime happiness points with her. With almost 40,000, we have a bunch of them available, and we will spend about half of that on midlife crisis. That allows us to exchange one or more of Chastity's traits, and we will get rid of the negative unflirty trait and instead equip her with workaholic. That will reduce the amount of fun she loses at work when working hard, and it also allows her to work from home, which can give us that tiny edge we need to get a promotion. Over in the kitchen, Pauline is also awake and grabbing breakfast. And after a nice shower, she can now walk over to the laptop. We then get the info that it is in fact Patrick's birthday today, so I believe after Pauline and Chastity that's the third birthday in a row now. We will take care of that in a moment. For now we can watch Pauline, who will begin to play some chess on the computer and hopefully improve her logic skill that way. In the meantime, Yisha has also gotten up and her task for today is unsurprisingly another round of collecting. And here we are, Pauline has improved her logic skill to level 5. In theory, she's now able to tutor young children to improve their school performance. However, being a young child herself, I'm not quite sure if that's going to work. We could actually try that out sometime. Anyway, here's Paul, who has already begun to fill his fun bar with the SimLife goggles. And after building up that fun bar for a while, he's going to start another novel. And he is going to write a humor novel, because after writing 3 of those, he unlocks the satire novel. By the way, I'm going over the writing skill a bit more in detail in my channel update video, so if you're interested in the behind-the-scene planning that goes on when making Sims Sunday, then I would recommend watching the short channel update video for April. Now, just a few minutes after her daughter, Chastity also improves her logic skill to level 5, and that means she can now finally grab some breakfast. Instead of breakfast, the first thing that Patrick takes care of today is his garden, and as you can see, he is very close to leveling up his gardening skill, and that would actually be the last time for him to do so because the next level will be level 10. After breakfast, Chastity can quickly grab the mail. We just received a copy of the book Paul has written in the last episode, so let's put that away and then have Chastity and Pauline switch places. Chastity will now sit down in front of the computer to raise her logic skill, while Pauline can exchange a few jokes with her dad. That will raise the number of successful jokes told for Paul, and as a reminder, for the last skill challenge in the charisma skill, he still needs about 30 to 40 of those. But let us now jump back to Patrick, and accompanied by 5,000 lifetime happiness points, Patrick now levels up the gardening skill to level 10. He can now grow the Omni plant, and all that is left for him to complete the gardening skill are now the skill challenges. And as we can see, he has one of those already completed, and the other 2 should hopefully follow soon. Now the joking session for Paul and Pauline has come to an end, and in his skill journal we can see Paul has now 61 funny jokes told, leaving him with, well, only 39 to go for the comedian skill challenge. Paul can now go back to writing, while Pauline can read the logic skill book that I have transferred over from Chastity to her. In the garden, we can now remove the 2 dead deathflower plants. Trying to revive them again would fail for sure, because that can only be done once. However, at least in theory, the ability to revive them will allow us to grow an infinite amount of deathflowers. In the kitchen, Patrick is now preparing another meal, fulfilling another wish in the process. And as he sits down to eat, we can head into buy mode and begin the preparations for his birthday. Now Patrick has to leave for his shift soon, but I think we can squeeze a little birthday celebration between a shower and the beginning of work for him. Alright, Patrick is now a fully grown adult, and how fitting that he is already about to complete his very first career. Now a few things here happen at once. Chastity will take a shower, Paul will grab a slice of cake to eat, Pauline will simply continue to read the logic skill book, and Patrick has teleported off to the restaurant for what is going to be his last day in the culinary career, so also no need to work hard today. After her shower, Chastity can now also leave, teleporting herself over to the theater, where we can have her perform one more concert. She has the day off and apparently not enough of those. At home, Paul is writing again. And over at the spa, Ayesha has also begun her short shift. Back at home, meanwhile, Pauline has to take a quick toilet break from reading, but will then immediately get back to it. At the theater, Chastity's first performance is in the books, but it seems like that's still not enough to max out the work performance requirement, so let's simply go for one more round. Then Ayesha's shift at the spa ends, still no promotion for her, but then again I don't really care about all that too much. She will likely get it next time, and for now collecting is much more important anyway. And now here we are. Patrick's last day as a 5-star chef has come to an end, and he will now say goodbye to the culinary career and embark on a new adventure. That adventure will bring him over to the science facility, where Patrick will now join the science career. As you can see, that career has the weekends off, so keeping him in the culinary career for those 2 days was the smart decision. At the theater, meanwhile, Chastity has completed another performance, and with that she should have enough for her next day at work. But while we have her out on town, we might as well make use of it, and use the small crowd in front of the restaurant to our advantage and have her play for tips for a while. At home, Paul just finished his humor novel, and it is once again a bestseller, but his fun bar has taken quite the hit, so let's replenish that with a good round of Sim Life Goggle adventures. After changing careers, Patrick has already made it back home, and just like in the last episode, he is fishing for minnow to eventually stock up on bait for the robot fish. Inside, Pauline has spent almost the entire day reading the logic skill book, and she is understandably hungry now. So while she grabs a slice of cake, we can queue up the writing of a mystery novel for Paul. One more humor novel would, like I said, unlock the satire genre. However, I'm trying to get him to the vaudeville first. For that, we need 2 drama, 2 humor, 2 mystery, 2 romance, and 2 sci-fi books. And I think we have 2 sci-fi books already. He just finished the 2nd humor book, and so now we can go for mystery book number 2. Pauline is then the first one to go to bed as Chastity returns from a not-so-successful guitar session at the restaurant. She didn't really earn a lot of tips, so she can now also eat dinner, and we can spend some more lifetime happiness points with her. At this time, we spent 10,000 to change her lifetime wish. Her current lifetime wish is to reach level 10 of the politics career, and we're just about to do that with Paul, so let's grab something that she's actually able to complete, and yeah, I think the rockstar lifetime wish suits perfectly. Then we can have her go to bed as well, and get a rare glimpse at Ayesha, who has just returned from her collecting trip. Her social bar needs a bit of help, so Paul can chime in and raise her mood with a few jokes. And then it's off to bed for him and into the kitchen for both Ayesha and Patrick. Just a few moments later, Ayesha has finished dinner and will now go to sleep. And a good half hour later, Patrick will do the same. At least that is what I hope for, because apparently the relationship between the two has again dropped to a level where they can no longer share the same bed. Since we definitely want Patrick well rested for his first day in the science career tomorrow, we will now sadly have to send Ayesha over to the couch. I am very sorry, let's just forget about this and skip ahead to the next morning. And the youngest is the first one to get up. Pauline awakes and immediately begins reading the logic skill book again. Also, let's give her a bit of light to get rid of the negative dark moodlet. Then Ayesha's first nap already has come to an end, but I think she could use one more. Then at 5 AM, Chastity is already well rested, and we can send her over to the computer to make use of her newly acquired workaholic trait. A few hours of working from home should make sure that she gets a promotion today. The other computer will then be used by Paul, who can continue to write the novel he started yesterday. And here we are, Pauline has improved her logic skill to level 6 already. It would actually be kind of cool to see her max that skill out before she's even a teenager. I won't push that too much though, we still have to take care of her school performance. And so to get her prepared for another day of school, let's have her quickly take a shower. Afterwards she can grab some breakfast, and in case you're wondering, off screen I already sent Ayesha out for another round of collecting. Then Patrick wakes up and his first shift in the science career begins soon. So before he leaves for work, let's improve his mood a bit with the SimLife goggles. Then it's time for Pauline to leave for school. We will have her work at normal effort. And both Patrick and Paul can also teleport themselves over to their respective employers. We will stay with Paul though for a moment, because he has the fulfillment of an opportunity coming up. Because we successfully managed to make an enemy out of Marvin Keaton, Paul is up for a promotion. And that promotion is not just any promotion, it is the last one in the politics career. So congratulations to the new leader of the free world, Paul Complete. That not only completes the politics career, but also the leader of the free world lifetime wish. Now interestingly, because the promotion was handed to Paul at the beginning of his shift and not at the end, he immediately leaves work after being promoted and we have the day off. So let's use that to change careers with him one more time. And the career path I have in mind this time is law enforcement. And you might now rightfully ask, didn't we already complete that with Ayesha? Well, yes we did, but only the special agent career branch. Paul's painting skill, however, makes him a top candidate for the forensic analyst branch, and so this is the career path we're working towards. Now, next to the painting skill, the other skill that he needs to work on for this career is logic. We eventually want him to have logic at level 10. For the first few levels it would be enough to get it up to level 6 or 7, so let's have Paul take a power studies session in the library. And one more thing that we always have to do on a Monday, collect our money. This run should make us about 70,000 simoleons. And that means we can already spend a bit of that to pay the bills with Chastity. She can then also grab the mail, which gives us a copy of a book and the gardening skill certificate for Patrick. And now she can teleport off as well, and also to the science facility. Why, you might ask? Well, to spend some cash, of course. 100,000 simoleons, and we are now the full owners of the science facility. With our family funds now crippled to just over 6,000 simoleons, we should probably look at ways to make money now. And well, there is a small crowd outside of the restaurant, so maybe they can help us with that. As we watch Paul in the library, we already get the first career choice to make for Patrick. Somebody wants to use us as a test subject. Well, for science we're willing to do anything. And just a few seconds later, Paul improves his logic skill to level 6. He was at level 5 already before we started reading. And that means he can now return home and we can skip ahead to the end of the workday for Patrick. And it seems like the very first day in the science career for him has been a full success. Because here is the promotion to lab tech, so only 8 more to go. As Patrick is about to leave, we also get an opportunity for Pauline, an opportunity that is quickly fulfilled and has a good reward, so of course let's take that. And just a few moments later her day at school comes to an end, and let's quickly take care of one critical thing with her, and that is to equip her with the Steel Bladder lifetime reward. And then we can send her over to City Hall to complete the opportunity right away. Over in the library, we can now find another member of our household in Patrick. To continue to proceed quickly through the science career, he desperately needs to get his handiness skill up, and so here he is, improving that to level 1. And the opportunity for Chastity here concerns the writing skill, so we will not take it. And then over at City Hall, Pauline has completed the opportunity, so after just 2 days at school, she is now already a solid A-grader. Now after improving his logic skill, Paul has returned home and continued to write, while Pauline now also arrives at the library to improve her logic skill. Sadly, we don't own the third logic skill book yet, so after reaching level 6 in the skill, we have to make use of the one available in the library. At home, a understandably very tired Ayesha arrives. Her collecting trip did not bring us anything worth mentioning here, but before we send her off to bed, let's use her to get Paul's joke counter up. Then over in the library, Patrick improves his handiness skill to level 2, and that also fulfills a wish for him, so we can add to the abundance of lifetime happiness points that he already has. At home, let's now quickly make some adjustments to the sleeping situation, and let's move Pauline's bed over one spot so that now 2 people can sleep in here. And the first of those 2 persons will be Ayesha. I think her and Pauline have a good enough relationship to make this work, so I hope Pauline won't mind. For Chastity, it is now time to end the guitar playing session and get to work. She made just a bit over 800 simoleons in tips here. Not a huge amount, but it does help us out a bit. Now at work, with already a few hours from home put in, she will work hard and hopefully get that next promotion soon. And for today, Patrick's handiness learning session comes to an end. He improves the skill to level 3, and that was all I wanted for him today. So both him and Pauline can now put their books away and leave the library again. At home, Paul has written for a while now and is getting stressed out, so I think he has deserved a quick shower. Then Patrick returns to take care of his garden next. And Pauline also comes home and grabs some dinner. After 2 more hours of working from home, we have now completely depleted Paul's fun bar, so I think let's send him off to bed. In the meantime, Pauline has started to do her homework, and Patrick is done in the garden and will take a quick shower. Almost at the same time, Patrick finishes his shower and Pauline finishes her homework, and that means both of them can now get some rest. And as expected, there is no problem getting Pauline to sleep next to her grandmother. And that means the only person still awake is Chastity, who is just leaving work and is being rewarded with another promotion. Now already the lead guitarist, she isn't too far away from becoming a true rock star, and we have the next 2 days off with her to improve her band member relationships and also the number of performances. We will take care of all that in the next episode though. For now we can send Chastity to bed and make the cut here. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.